Fighting back against a narcissist one-on-one. No particular order. This is how you're going to fight back against a narcissist. The first thing you're going to do is you got to pull a them on them. Okay? And when I say that, that means you have to understand that the narcissist's whole entire point of having you around is for narcissistic supply, for fuel. They have to feed off of you literally like a vampire. Okay, that is where the term energetic vampire comes in at, is because narcissists are energetic vampires that have to feed off of you. So they figure out what your weaknesses are, they exploit them, and then they feed off of that. Whether it's abandonment wounds, whether it's past trauma, whether it's damaging your kids to get to you, to hurt you, to perpetuate the same trauma through them, whether it's attacking your finances or attacking your belongings, or whether it just be something as simple as trying to provoke an emotional reaction or response out of you. These people love to play phone games. They love playing phone games. If you're texting a person, it's very easy to be able to tell if this person is a narcissist or not, okay? You could tell if this person is a narcissist or not is if you're mid-conversation and then they just all of a sudden quit texting. They stop texting out of nowhere. And you're not knowing. This is for a person who doesn't know what's going on. So you left clueless, like what just happened? And so instead of texting back to back to back, just fall back. Just leave it alone. They're going to reach back out. And if they don't, good. That's what you want. Second, look, like I said, no particular order. Don't give them the emotional response that they're looking for. I had to learn this over years and years and years of being abused. The narcissist wants to get an emotional response out of you. The narcissist wants control over you and over your emotions. That is the goal. When they do not get that, they start to show their true colors. Their mask begins to slip. Once that mask slips, you cannot unsee it. So you have to tread very lightly. Tread lightly. Okay? So what's going to happen is they're going to try different tactics to see what works. So you need to keep a journal, a notebook, a video diary, something. If you have kids, you have witnesses. You have live witnesses. So that's even better. Although it might be traumatizing to the kids, you have a case against the narcissist. You have to build up a case against the narcissist. Okay? They are trying to tear you down, to destroy you in the worst way possible. That is the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate power move. So you have to build a case on the narcissist. So this can be a very tedious task for someone who's not experienced, because you're used to being triggered and you don't have the emotional intelligence to know how to react and respond yet. But you will begin to develop this over time. For instance, you are around a particular narcissist. It doesn't matter if it's a family, friend, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy, cousin, grandma, social caseworker, employee. Doesn't matter. Husband, wife. It doesn't matter. If you're around a particular narcissist and they know that, for instance, your hair or your weight might be a trigger for you, and they make a comment about it, what you're not going to do is respond back. What you're not going to do is respond back. Now, you don't want to get petty and trigger the person back in return and be like, oh, I don't care, whatever. No, that's the wrong way to go about it, because narcissists like those type of games. They like when you feed into those type of games. They can go back and forth all day, all night, forever. You just don't respond at all. And what's going to happen when you don't respond is they're going to up the antics, okay? It's going to go from poking to try to get you to explode, which most of the time the poke gets you to explode. But once you become, medium to advanced at it, the poke, poke, poke goes into a full-blown push, push, push for the reaction, because now they have to work harder to get the reaction out of you. So during this point of time, this is where you have the narcissist. You have the narcissist at a vulnerable position because this narcissist is willing to do anything to get the satisfaction of hurting you by way of getting that emotional response. They could damage your property to give them gratification, and you don't need to have an emotional response. You need to take everything up with your higher power, whoever that might be or whatever that might be for you. You also need to practice emotional intelligence. Watch videos. Learn how to control your emotions, process your emotions. Learn how to practice emotional intelligence, because your emotions will be your greatest downfall. Your emotions will always trigger you to react, and reaction is what makes you look crazy. That is the whole point, is to make you look crazy, make you look unstable, so they know just what to do, just what to say. They know how to make you appear crazy and unstable. So if you, once you realize that this is a pattern that continues to happen over time, over a span of years or months or whatever, you have to come to a point where you say, look, I'm about to break this cycle. I ain't doing this shit no more. And one of my favorite movies is Enough with Jennifer Lopez, because, she was all about strategy. She realized that she had to get out. She realized that this person was dangerous. And she realized that she had to basically beat him at his own game. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have to ultimately beat them at their own game, because they will fight you to the bloody end. And I mean that, because some narcissists refuse to take an L. They don't like to lose. They don't. So you have to be very, very careful, very mindful. Watch your back. Take note of everything. Take pictures of people, places, things that are abnormal, unusual. Take pictures of cars. Take pictures of people that you feel that you feel like shouldn't even be in a vicinity. Just keep a mental note and keep track of everything. Speak to your kids. Let them know everything. Make them hip to game. In order to beat the narcissist at their own game, you have to build a case up against these people. And sometimes building a case up against a narcissist may take time. And some narcissists are so advanced at being a narcissist that they know when to stop and they know when to fall back. So they will utilize other people to do their dirty work for them. Okay? So you have to be very mindful and use your discernment when it comes to these people, because these people always have what's called enablers. People that are going to enable their terrible and sick, trifling ass behavior, which makes them just as sick, just as trifling as the narcissist. So anybody that's enabling the narcissist behavior cannot be trusted either. The whole goal is to bring you down. The whole goal is to shut your mouth. The whole goal is to keep you in a box or put you in one. Understand it's that deep. So you are literally fighting for your life. It's that serious. You are fighting for your children's life. It's that serious. And it's a spiritual war between you and the narcissist. And if you are connected to the Most High Creator, and yes, I talk about spirituality all the time, so if that's not your thing, my content is not for you. I'm just going to put that out there, because I do talk about spirituality a lot. If you don't have that connection to the Most High, then you won't have covering. One thing I would tell you about, because the time is about to run off and I'm going to have to go into the next video, is that you will be able to be attacked if you did something and you deserve karma for it. So if you did something that you ain't had no business doing, the narcissist attack just might work against you. Somebody's spell work just might work against you if you did something you know you ain't got no business doing. So you got to always stay on that righteous path, as hard as it is. We all going to slip up. We're not going to be perfect, but be mindful that that's how they can get in.